boys and girls, men and women, and this is the weekly development Q&A. It has been a rough week for me, and I bet it's been for some of you guys too, so let's just start this. No need for an intro and all that. Okay, just because you ask nicely. Question 1. A lot of us run the same ships with different setups. Is there a way that we can nickname our ships so that we can flip faster instead of searching for the ship that we need when hostiles enter the area? And the answer is this is an interesting feature. We will consider developing it. Where have you guys been? This is what we have been asking for a long time. And the last answer we got was that this is a lot harder than it seems. And now you say, interesting feature. We will consider developing this. How about you consider listening to the players and others who tells you this stuff years ahead? It's just an idea. Or maybe you guys thought that we meant changing the name of our ships so that everyone else can see our name in the space. Well, most of us did not mean that. It was, and it is, strictly to be able to have more ships of the same kind in our hangars without the hassle to jumping in and out of everyone to see what kind of fit you have. So you can have one that is called Megatron NPC or Megatron PvP, for example. So yeah, it seems like they understood. Damn, that is embarrassing. Next question. What is the order of attack for capital NPC rats like in the Imprisoned in Silence or the new capped NDS? We know that it's Fax, Dread, Carrier, Subcaps, but what is the secondary factor? Like which dread it chooses. If it isn't the nearest, first on grid or highest DPS, but it must be something. And the answer is they attack capital ship first, and it doesn't matter what race of capital ship it is. So no real answer here, but I would assume it is random. First attack is the capital that aggressed, and then it's like a random capital in range, and then it's random subcapitals within range. But that is just my opinion. Next! Do you have plans to add implants for industrial purposes, for mining and manufacturing, as the implants are for PvPvE purpose as of now? And Netis Pillar once again says industrial implants are in our development plan and will be released in the future, which can be anything from now up until 10 years, but thank you. We will be waiting. Next question. Is it maybe possible to add a colorblind mode? Chat is really hard to see the difference between Fleet and Alliance. It would help a lot of people immensely. Now, this question has been brought up before, and I do feel it's something that, would be implemented. Though the colorblind players are limited, I do feel this would be something that, would be clever to implement and not for profit, but solely just to show that they care. Their answer is thank you for your feedback, but because of the development difficulties and limited resources, it is hard to add this mode for our game for the time being. And I do understand that one. You're not getting too many colorblind people, I would assume, since we don't get too many people overall. But yeah, it might be in the future. And the next question. The only faction with destroyers and battlecruisers that counts as faction tech is Yanjiang. Why don't the rest, and why don't the Yanjiang have frigates, cruisers and battleships? Also, how do we get the non-prototype Xanyu and Kanyu? Lastly, happy holidays. Now before I read the answer here, I must say something. I do feel that if the Yanjiang would be the only one with a faction and battlecruisers and destroyers, that would be a kind of special thing. Though it is not in this case. And the question is hard to answer too, since Yanjiang do not have faction battlecruisers. Right, guys? Like, what if I say, why don't Amar have faction battlecruisers? Because Amar is a faction and Yanjiang is also a faction. So every ship is a faction ship. I think he means pirate faction. And then a similar question would be like, why don't Sancha have battlecruisers? So the question is a bit weird. And it would not surprise me if the developers had a hard time answering this one. In regards to the non-prototype Xanyu and Kanyu, I have heard that they will be arriving early in 2023. But we'll see. The answer from the developers is the Yanjiang frigates, cruisers and battleships are currently not in the development plan. we will consider adding them when the time is right. So as I say, 2023 boys, we're getting the Yan Young faction, obviously. I'm not too hyped, but I don't know, maybe they tweak it and make them a great ship. I don't know. But happy new year everyone, and let's blow up some more ships in 2023. And I see you guys again.